Hi, so nice to have you here. It's winter here in Lithuania and it's cold and yeah, very nice. So, today I have an interesting topic. I came into the shop. I wanted to buy kombucha for my wife. And normally it cost €2.99. And now I came in and suddenly it was 3.69, 25% up. Boom. Oh, what? So I was thinking, my God. So everything getting more expensive right now, and many people panic and they don't know what to do. So I want to give the permaculture or my view of it and I will see what you think about it. We have the normal situation. You live in a flat, you're working in a company, office, or so in the city. You have to buy everything. You are a person who buy everything. And then you are permaculture or you live out in the country, so you produce most of your things, what you use. And you buy very little. So I will compare these two. Because now when we have this high inflation and economical catastrophe everywhere, and everything just goes up and up in price. Actually, nothing goes up in price. Like my kombucha bottle. It's now more expensive. Yeah, but it's the same kombucha. The value of the kombucha is actually the same for me. It's not bigger, it doesn't taste better. Nothing has happened to this kombucha. So what is this? Yeah, it's more expensive or more exclusive. It's just money is worth less. So if you think and you have your whole mind around the value and money is the same, then we have a little small chaos collapse right now here. Some people don't understand what's going on. So anyway, what's happening? Yeah, oil goes up. They talk about it everywhere. Electricity goes up in price. In Sweden, that's the only thing they talk about. Also here in Lithuania. Electricity goes up, oil goes up. That means that heating goes up. Because gas and electricity, so heating goes up in price. And so on. And that the function you have when you use oil and electricity goes up. So water goes up. And in the end, food goes up and clothes and the normal things goes up in price. Or, better to say, you don't get anything more for your money anymore because they have to lower and devaluate the currency. So, it can feel a little bit chaotic and panicking feeling around this because you have to earn more and more and more. And if you sit in an apartment, think about it, you cannot do anything about it. Very little you can do about it because you are in this petrol-depending system. So, how do I have it out here? Here it's a little bit different. I would also panic if I had that situation, and I had that situation before. But now I'm building here with permaculture, I'm building something different. So, let's see. I have my solar panels out here. So, I'm very happy about that. You can imagine, right? I have free energy. It cost me when I bought it, but now it's just standing there and pumping for 30 years. So, hopefully. So I have energy. Energy doesn't cost more or less to me now. I don't have to think about that. So I can release that stress from my body. And also it releases the money I have to earn to pay the extra all the time for energy. So this energy I use. So I use it for heating my house and all the function for electricity. So, and I have, this is we have an A++ house, so it doesn't take much heat and it doesn't take much energy to run. So I don't have to pay more for heating, and I don't have a rent because it's my own house. And we don't have loan and so on, because that also goes up. I have the electricity connected to the pump, the water pump. So I have water here. So water price goes up. Doesn't matter to me. I have exactly the same as before. Nothing happened because I'm not into this money system. I'm outside the money system. I'm in the function system. And for big amount of water, I have my lake that we have built outside that I take water from. So, and we come to the next big thing, or the big thing here for the future is I grow food out here. So this is the big thing. Food goes up and up, but not out here. It's the same amount, and it's not the pressure for me. The only pressure I have here is that I need to be better and better on growing. Right now I'm not really that good. You always learn all the time. So you come into the shop. What happened when the price goes up? My wife, she wanted to buy some of her favorite chocolate in the shop. It was not there anymore. Because now nobody buy it anymore because it's been a little bit too expensive, so they cannot sell it anymore. So somebody have decided to take it away and replace it with some cheaper chocolate. But also there are less goods now. There are less chocolate to choose between. That is what happened. So we must understand when the shop, what the shop do, they need to earn so much money because they have to pay for all the transport and personnel and all these things that goes up in price. So how do they do when they produce? Yeah, they sink in or lowering the quality of food. So what is, you go into a big shop and everything is packaged and so on, and you have just a small department with vegetables and fruit. It's so small compared to the alcohol department or something else. And in this situation now, when everything goes up and expensive, there is less and less to choose between. But you see the same amount of things on the shelves. What is it you're buying? Yeah, it's sugar, maize, and wheat in 1 million different versions. And that is not more to choose between. So what happens out here? Well, every year it's not less and less food. It's actually more and more food because, you know, I get better and better to growing, so we will have more and more different kind of varieties of everything. So we have more and more, and in the shop there are less and less. Next thing is the quality of what you eat when you grow it yourself, it will get better and better and better because you get better. The soil gets better when you work with it. Yes. And that is not with modern agriculture, with the stuff you buy in the shop. It's just more and more chemicals and more poison for now. I know everybody wants to change it, but it doesn't happen. Everybody talks about it, but it doesn't happen. So, if you sit in a flat, sorry, you are stuck. You have to buy this thing because there's nothing else. So, but out here, the nutrition and the varieties just get better and better and better. Because seeds, they adapt to the soil that you're growing into. So next year's seed from that plant will be a little bit better adapted to the soil and will be more and more functional. And this plant will be better and better to pick up nutrition from exactly that soil that you have there. So this is some kind of magic, growing. So you have more and more food. You have better and better food, and you have more to choose between for every year that goes. In the shop, more mice, more wheat, more sugar. So there is the next big cost. Already now, they spend 2 times more, the world spent 2 times more on medicine than food in economy. This also becomes more and more expensive. It gets more and more expensive to being sick. So how do you reduce it? Yeah, you eat healthy, but eating healthy when you buy it from the shop is too expensive for many people. So, still we come back. When in permaculture we grow our own more food. Our food that we grow, it's not more expensive, even though it's get better and better. Because you don't sell it, you eat it yourself. But the quality you have is more and more better for you. And the price is exactly the same as it was before. Because nothing happens, because it's outside the economic system. You grow it and you eat it. There's nobody else involved. So this is the difference. So therefore I can sit out here and not being so much in panic that many other people, because it doesn't affect me so much. Of course, when I need petrol for my car, I also have to pay higher price, but I don't use it so much. So it's not the big thing in my life, and so on. So this is a little bit of my thoughts today about economic, and maybe I inspired you a little bit to start to be involved in permaculture, starting to be involved in growing and being a doer, then just sitting inside and watch TV and eating on restaurant and going shopping. So thank you for joining here today. Listen, and if you are still here, it was very nice to have you here. And now I will go out and clean my solar panels. Have a nice evening.